Hey there, friends. Coming back at you today, Friday, during Unbound Week, the pre-ride show presented by FSA. I'm Jim Miller, and I get a chance to spend a few minutes with none other than the Dutch Hammer himself, Lawrence Tendam. Lawrence, thank you for sitting down with us, man.
Thank you.
Not your first trip here to the U.S., but you did come over here post-retirement, and you've jumped into the gravel scene here. Yeah. You had a great run 2 weeks ago in Texas. How was that?
Yeah, to be honest, I surprised myself. But I was really happy with the legs. I was happy with the atmosphere over there too, you know, like a free community event, and happy with the win, of course. It was like, the weather was not as hot as here, so I was more used to that weather than this weather, but we'll see here for Saturday.
Well, you've seen a lot of weather in 19 years on the World Tour circuit, 18 Grand Tours.
Yeah.
Is there an event or a moment in your career that stands out as being one of the most important to you?
I told this story before. Like, I raced a lot of World Tour racing, you know, but like the 5 races who changed my career, one of them was a hopper, a grass hopper. It's like a grassroots gravel race in the US. I moved to the US with my wife and kids for 1 year to live there. And I needed some race fitness for Paris-Nice. I was going to race Paris-Nice, but I was not allowed to do US grids. I was thinking the road scene, but yeah, when you're a pro, you cannot race US national grids. But I could race a grasshopper, and there we raced for 50 miles our balls off. I think Geoff Caboose won, King won it, and then we had Caboose, Leipheimer and me, like 4 good guys, you know, the top 4 spots, and on top we were drinking beer and eating chips and
that's way better than a stuffy Grand Tour event, right?
After the Tour de France, you know, you're on the Champs-Élysées, you still have a party with your own group, but you're not party together. And gravel is all about being together. So that was what opened my eyes. Like, okay, and now I have 3 events myself in Europe, and I come to race these events. So it's really nice.
That's great. It's got to feel a little less stressful, a little less intense, but still the racing very, very competitive.
The racing is very competitive, but all around, like, back in the days in the World Tour, you wouldn't be like this the day before the Tour de France or stuff like that. And yesterday we did a shakeout ride, and now I'm going to ride with people. So it's a lot less stress. Also, you have to juggle a lot more balls because you have to take care of your own bike, of your own nutrition.
Yes.
You have to take care of it. Well, in the World Tour, everything is like you just have to ride your bikes, and the rest you don't do. But I like to hustle, so it's okay. Yeah.
When I think of you as a fan of cycling, I think of that iconic image of the crash in the Tour de France.
Yeah.
It's a striking image, I think it epitomizes the toughness that cyclists need to have. Because not only you finished the stage, you went on to finish that tour.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get asked about that a lot, but what sticks out in your mind about that particular event?
Yeah, I was really happy to finish because I finished all of my 10 Tour de Frances, which is for me like a thing, you know.
It's a badge of honor, for sure.
Yeah. And then, for the rest, it was a mistake of myself, you know, doing, like the crash was a mistake to steer. So it reminds me of staying focused. Also, when you're feeling good, stay focused on everything. Like tomorrow, everything can, like this, anything can happen. So you always have to stay focused,
Thinking back to the race 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot written about the race since.
Yeah.
Colin wrote an article that talked about road and gravel, and then there was an incident during the race which kind of tipped off a lot of discussion relative to maybe some unwritten rules and things like that. And you had a comment about what happened there. How can we address that issue in gravel? Is it just going to become unwritten rules are going to be the norm, or is it going to be more of a mindset that involves kind of what you're talking about, which is we're here to have fun and race, but let's do it as a community rather than an individual or necessarily a team?
Exactly, yeah. And the thing for me is I think every race is different because, I don't know, I think here the organization doesn't have like general rest stop, so everybody has their guy, you know, but I came to Heiko alone, so then, you know, so then we all agreed to stopping in a rest stop. I think when you agree on things, like when you're with a group of people together, you stick to that, right? But
would it have, if there was a discussion in your lead group about, hey, we're going to stop, would it have changed it if he would have said, I'm not going to stop because I brought the right equipment? Would that have changed your perspective on what he did?
Oh, maybe, yes, exactly. Because but then I would have been in his wheel. And
you wouldn't have let him go.
I had the same equipment, but I stopped.
Right.
I was like, I didn't need anything, but I agreed to stop, so.
Right.
No, but it's all, at the end it's all good, you know. But for me, that moment was like, okay, the guy is alone in the front now. We were here with 6, 7 guys. that we just chase. Like, it's also not nice if somebody jumps alone now, because then the guy gets second because of rolling us in the rest stop. So I was like, I wanted to catch us all together, the guy again, and then start the race all over again.
Right.
Yeah, you can do such things where you're a little bit have extra in the legs. You can think like that and act like that. But when you're on the limit, yeah, then it's really not nice. So, but at the end, I think for this race, I think rest stops are dialed with everybody. I saw some movies like
balance. Yeah, everybody's equal.
Everybody's equal. So
yeah.
I also have guys who would take care of me. You know.
Yeah.
I found them during the week. We were about to fly here with five friends. One of them would be the mechanic. Now we're just me and Thomas, so we had to find guys, but we found our guys, so it's okay.
And I think that too speaks to gravel and how it's easy to bring your crew together if you need to.
Yeah, I rented a van in Chicago 3 weeks ago. I slept in it for the first 4 days. Then I met people and I slept in a bed ever since. I slept at Collins, Fabian's, the parents of my Specialized guy, and now again at Fabian in the Airbnb all together. So it's like
nice.
Like we're being taken care of, so that's really nice.
How long are you going to be here in the States for? What's the calendar look like for you for the next couple of months?
So I stay till Unbound. Like Monday we fly home. I fly home because I have a wife and kids, and I would like to see them again, like after 4 weeks on the road. And then we come back. Also, I'd like to bring my wife and kids for a Belgian waffle ride and lead boat.
Okay.
So I do the whole.
I got a little passion for Belgian waffle ride. We're looking forward to having you there.
So we're there 5 weeks, rent an RV, do a road trip with the kids, like a basically big summer holidays.
Disneyland, the whole deal, right?
Yeah, and then race a few. They want to go to the boardwalk. I promised them the boardwalk in Santa Cruz.
Sure. Oh, you'll love it.
So I for sure have to pass over there. Yeah.
Since you're not in the rigors of World Tour training, what is your training like? If you look at a big event like a 200 mile or 150 mile a couple weeks ago, you can do that on just normal fitness. But are you angling for any of these, and do you really put in specific training for some of these bigger events?
Yeah, to be honest, like I dropped down the volume with like 30% because, like I said, I have my events, I have my podcast, I have my clothing, I have like juggle a lot. You know, I'm a father, I'm a husband. So it's way more, it's 30% less hours than when I was racing World Tour, so 15 till 18 hours a week instead of 25 till 30 hours a week. But it's, to be honest, it's a little bit more focused because of that. So I train a little faster actually, because I leave the house and I'm like, I have 3 hours, so, and I used to have 6 hours. So the first hour was slow, last hour was slow, and in between I did my training. Now it's just right from the start, I ride faster. And, I think I still have some basic World Tour fitness, and when you do then the 15-16 hour fast hours in a week, then you're fast, obviously. So
I think your fitness in any given day is going to be better than just about anybody else's. What other plans do you have post-retirement? What other sort of interests are you going to pursue now that you don't have the rigors of staying in the World Tour to deal with?
Yeah, so I'm building a clothing company. I'm building the events. Those go already
beautiful.
Really good, and then we want to make nice movies about cycling, about events like this on my YouTube and my podcast. So basically it's all around cycling involved. And the Live Slow Ride Fast brand, it's all under the Live Slow Ride Fast events, podcast, clothing. Yeah, it's going to grow. So
can't wait.
Hired the first people now last week.
When's the first event?
First one will be September 26th in Germany, and then October 15. And December 11. So the
gravel, road, a little mix of both? All gravel.
Grinduro style, 2 Grinduro styles and 2 like a race style. So the race style is called Flanders Gravel. Okay. It's basically a Tour of Flanders on gravel. So we would like to have all the pros also coming there.
I think we're going to get the Pure Gravel crew over for that one, Steve. Let's make sure we get that date down, because that sounds like a whole lot of fun.
I sent this interview to my people.
We'll get our stage out there too. We'll take the trailer.
Exactly.
Expectations for tomorrow. How are you feeling given the talent that's lined up against you, your fitness here, and just taking in the whole scene?
So I'm feeling really good. Obviously, I had good numbers in Gravel Locos. It's 3 hours longer and a lot more chances of flattening and stuff like that. So it all depends on if the bike holds, if the body holds, and then it can be a good result. And also for me, Quinn Simmons is the favorite, but also he can flat or he can implode. So, but at the end, it's more about racing my balls off for 200 miles, and then we have a big barbecue over here, and we want to have the best tailgate of the whole crew, of the whole bunch.
Right.
grill some meat, have beers, and have fun, and then it was a nice day. It's basically all about that, you know. So.
Well, it'll be a nice day for you. I think the people you're competing against will find it was a much harder day than they bargained for.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we're grateful that you spent a few minutes with us, and enjoy your time here in the States. And I cannot wait to see you in San Diego for Belgian Waffle Ride.
See you in San Diego.
Lawrence Tendam, how cool is that? Here on the Pre-Ride Show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe on the YouTube station and click the little bell to get notifications of all the other interviews we're going to do in the next couple days. Thanks for tuning in.